Every nation has rivals. Every nation has threats. But India, a country of 1.4 billion people, surrounded by nuclear-armed neighbors, faces a question that most countries never have to answer. Who is the real enemy? And the answer is more complicated than you think. Let's start with the obvious name. The one most Indians think of first, Pakistan. Since the moment both nations were born in 1947, India and Pakistan have been locked in one of the most intense rivalries on the planet. 4 wars, countless skirmishes, a border that has never truly been at peace. The 1947 war over Kashmir, the 1965 war, the 1971 war, where India didn't just win, it broke Pakistan in half, creating the nation of Bangladesh. And then Kargil, 1999, where Pakistani soldiers secretly occupied Indian positions in the mountains, and India had to fight uphill, literally and figuratively, to take them back. Kashmir remains disputed to this day, and India has long accused Pakistan of harboring and supporting militant groups that carry out attacks on Indian soil. For decades, Pakistan was considered India's primary security threat. But something has shifted. Because today, in 2026, when India's strategic analysts, defense planners, and intelligence agencies look at the map, the name they say more quietly, more carefully, more seriously, is China. China is not a noisy enemy. It doesn't make dramatic threats. It moves slowly, methodically, and that makes it far more dangerous. India and China share a 3,400-kilometer border in the Himalayas, and almost none of it is officially agreed upon. The two countries fought a brutal war in 1962, a war India lost badly, and one that shaped Indian foreign policy for generations. Then in June 2020, in the Galwan Valley, Indian and Chinese soldiers clashed in hand-to-hand combat in one of the most remote places on Earth. 20 Indian soldiers were killed. It was the deadliest confrontation between the two nations in over 50 years. No guns were fired, just iron rods, rocks, and bare hands in sub-zero temperatures. And yet, it shook the entire world. But military clashes are only part of the picture. China's challenge to India goes far deeper. China has been systematically building infrastructure, ports, and influence across South Asia. In Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. It's a strategy analysts call the string of pearls, slowly surrounding India with Chinese presence. Economically, China is dominant. Militarily, it outspends India by nearly 3-1. And in terms of technology, cyber capabilities and global influence, the gap is real. India and China are competing for the same thing, leadership of Asia. And only one can win that contest. So, Pakistan or China? Who is the bigger enemy? Here's what India's strategic thinkers actually say. Pakistan is the immediate threat, unpredictable, nuclear-armed, and willing to bleed India through 1,000 cuts. China is the long-term challenge, methodical, powerful, and playing a game that spans decades, not news cycles. Pakistan disrupts, China displaces. And what makes India's situation truly unique? Both Pakistan and China are nuclear powers, and both have a military alliance with each other. India is the only major democracy in the world that faces a potential two-front nuclear threat. And yet, here's the important truth. India officially calls neither country an enemy. In diplomatic language, they are strategic rivals or security challenges. India maintains embassies in both Beijing and Islamabad. Trade happens. Talks happen. Diplomacy never fully stops. Because in the modern world, Even adversaries need channels of communication, especially when everyone has nuclear weapons. India's approach has a name: strategic autonomy. Don't be anyone's puppet. Don't pick unnecessary fights, but be strong enough that no one dares to make you their target. So who is India's biggest enemy? The honest answer is this: Pakistan is the fire that burns today. China is the storm that's building tomorrow. And India, quietly, steadily, with the world's largest military buildup underway, is preparing for both. If you want to understand how India is preparing, the weapons, the alliances, the strategy for 2030 and beyond, that video is coming next. Like this video if it gave you something to think about. Share it with someone who needs to know. Because understanding India's threats isn't fear, it's awareness. Jai Hind.